From the draft course on the campus of Temple University, welcome to Temple Football Forward. A record crowd, better than 69,000. Watch the Owls take on Penn State. And Temple fans found a lot to cheer about. Tailgating, football, Temple and Penn State style. Yeah, they were filling the parking lots early and they stayed late. Dominic Harris says that Saturday's game was a growing experience, and we'll experience exactly what he means by that. We'll meet the sophomore free safety who has led the Owls with 13 tackles, a career best. And there's been no better running back in Temple history, the number 6 Paul Palmer. We're going to take a look back at a 200-yard game at State College back in 1985. It's all next on Temple Football Forward. And welcome to another edition of Temple Football Forward, the draft course, right here on the Temple campus. I'm Harry Donahue, along with Owls head coach Al Golden. We've got the Temple cheerleaders here, the Diamond Gems, the band, plenty of Temple fans here. We even have a little membership of the Golden family here tonight, right, Coach?
AJ and Addison.
All right, staying up late to watch Temple Football Forward. Glad they could come down with their mom, Kelly. Wayne Harden had 30,000 for the Navy game, the opener this season at home. And then last Saturday, quite an event, over 69,000, largest crowd for a Temple game, largest crowd for a MAC game ever. And Coach, we saw you. There's the crowd, of course, the aerial shot. It's hard to believe. It was almost surreal to see a college football game in Philadelphia with a crowd like that.
That was great. Our kids really fed off it. And, it's great for both universities. It's obviously a great venue for us to play in, and to have that kind of game in Philadelphia was just awesome. It was really a great event.
And despite the presence of so many Penn State people, I think the kids still felt it was like a home game for them, and they showed that it was their turf, especially in the first half.
Yeah, I think they really believed that. They came out with that kind of attitude, and as I said going into the game, they were going to feed off of whatever crowd was there. They didn't care as long as it was a good crowd and it was loud, and it was.
You know, Coach, you said after the game, if they didn't realize that they could play with a team like Penn State, they really should take nothing from that game. What do you think? Do you think 95, 100% of your kids realized after that game that they were in it?
I think we showed a lot of the individual jobs that guys were doing against really talented players at Penn State, and they just really seemed to be up for the challenge. So
that's really teaching her on the sidelines.
Well, I was just telling them, we let them out of the soup there. They were on the 3-yard line. They got a couple of first downs, and Coach Donahue made 3 really great third down calls, and we didn't execute the way we should have. We still got the ball around midfield, but it really could have been in the plus territory.
Well, we'll have more to look back at, some of the highlights coming up from that Penn State game when we continue with Temple Football Forward from the Draft House. We'll be right back.
Temple Football Forward brought to you by Temple Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Call 1-800-TEMPLE-MED. And by Volkswagen Langhorne, proud sponsors of Temple Athletics. And by NovaCare Rehabilitation, the exclusive provider of physical therapy to the Temple Owls and you. NovaCare, get back to life. And by the Draft Horse, home of Temple Football Forward.
Do what you love to do, whether it's playing sports or just taking a stroll. But if you can't because you're in pain, there's Temple Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, doing what they love to do. Temple has 7 convenient locations, including Marlton, New Jersey, Fort Washington, Northeast Philadelphia, and Jeans, Northeastern, Temple Children's, and Temple University hospitals. So pain relief is closer than you think. Temple Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the best orthopedic care, close to you. Call 1-800-TEMPLE-MED.
At Gerhardt's Appliances, we're backing up the truck to bring you savings by the truckload. You'll find drastically reduced savings on brand name appliances like Whirlpool and KitchenAid and get immediate delivery. You'll also get 10% off big name brand gas grills like Weber, and with exclusive rebates, you'll get up to $60 back on our huge selection of air conditioners. Plus, choose your financing and get 12, 18, or 24 months of interest-free financing. It's Gerhardt's Truckload Savings Event. Why shop anywhere else?
You know, last week, over 100 former Temple players were along the sidelines. And, Coach, you invited them out to the game. You're trying to continue to nurture that relationship between the past and the present. And last week, they were all out there at the beginning of the game for the high five as the players came out of the tunnel. It was really something.
I think we ended up having about 150 former players on the sideline, and it was great. You know, we had several guys be guest coaches for the game as well. Trey Johnson came back, and so many other coaches were involved. So it was great to see.
Yeah, it sure was, and they got into it. I know they were outside before the game, a lot of them out there tailgating. A lot of your old friends from Penn State were down to tailgate, so it was really some atmosphere as we get ready to take a look at some of the highlights. As I said before, the poise was the thing that struck me, especially with your quarterback, Vaughn Charlton. He came out there on that first possession, first series, and he throws an 18-yard completion to Bruce Francis, and it was like, boom, the execution was right there.
You know, Harry, Connecticut was the first time that we competed in that level game. This is the first time that we had poise and came out of the blocks in this kind of game. So it was a learning lesson there. Quick pass to Bruce there, got us started, and you know,
over the middle, that's to Jason.
Yeah, we had a beat on what they were doing on defense, and George called a great game. And Vaughn just executed here pretty flawlessly there.
Great catch by Bruce Francis over the middle. This went for 22 yards.
Yeah.
It's knocked out of bounds. And then Kevin Armstrong, he's been a part of your offense all season, Coach.
It's a nice job down the field there. Bruce and Dion down the field blocking.
Jason Harper here is going to go on the ground. He's going to get 7 yards. And here you are, you're down inside the 10-yard line. And the drive stalled, and Jake Brunell come on to attempt a field goal, a 23-yarder, and I guess maybe a little adrenaline or something. He just hooked it.
Yeah, just it was tough. You know, I know Jake wanted to. It meant a lot to him. He wanted to get that, and it was just tough. And then we go to the first play of the game, and they throw it right to Omar.
Nobody but Omar McDonough's around that ball, and nobody felt worse than he did when he couldn't hang on to that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is our guys know that they left plays on the field, and you know, they know if they have to win, if we're going to win in Beaver Stadium next year, then you have to make those plays. There's a great draw play that we picked up. Yeah, we picked up about 12 or 14 there.
After a Francis drop on third down, Bruce comes right back. This is fourth down. What a catch he made right there.
4th and 4, we decided to go for it. That's kind of been our MO all year, and we've been very productive in doing that in the plus territory.
All right, Penn State scored twice in that first quarter, but despite that, the offense still continues to move the ball well. Here's Vaughn scrambling a little bit.
Great throwing catch.
Time. Look at that.
What a great catch. I mean,
wow.
That's just a shame. We got a holding call there. You know,
holding call up at the line of scrimmage and comes back. The drive continues. This is Shelton. You did that 3 or 4 times.
I was really pleased and proud of Travis. He made a lot of plays on in cuts and over the middle, which he hadn't done in his career. So hopefully that will be a big step.
Here's the fake. That's Vaughn back there looking. And Balsavage finds a spot, corner of the end zone. We're right on top of it, and bang. I think, was he looking to see if he could keep one foot in? Do you think that was part of the situation?
Probably, you know, but it's like everything else. Everything's the first time.
Little consolation from the head coach.
I think he was consoling me. But I was just trying to get him focused and make sure that he understands the long game.
All right, Penn State takes over, and then your defense forces a 3-and-out. Here's Kinlaw. He had a good day, but look at this.
He had a good day late.
6 helmets on him, right?
You know, he had a good day late in the game. You know, we got worn out a little bit on defense late in the game, but I thought we really played well early.
Look at, there he is again, and you got a bottom much. John Haley making the stop there on that little screen to him. But the defense was swarming. Here you are coming back, big play. I think this is Darryl Robinson. 21 yards. Darryl takes it after the catch. Puts you down at the 14-yard line.
We got considerably more skilled players on the field than we had a year ago, and the way recruiting's going, we're going to have even more. So we're just going to keep bringing in talent and find things for them to do.
All right, you tried to switch it up a little bit, the reverse, a little bit of a high toss from Robinson to Francis, and it's turned over. Sean Lee and Connor are all over the field for them.
Good players. You know, it was a shame there. We got beat on the right side. If we don't get beat, he could probably walk in with the football on that one.
But Penn State trying to go in for a touchdown before the end of the half. Anthony Furla and Neblett come up there. The ball pops out, and you get it back right at the goal line.
Yeah,
Costly turnover there by Morelli, and good defense again.
Good defense. They hustled, and here again, that's kind of where we're at right now. It's a never say die attitude right now on defense, and they just got to keep fighting there. And
well, it was a big play by the defense. And on the sidelines, I notice here you're going to see Joe, the lonely lion, finally get somebody to talk to. That's Morelli. I guess I don't know what he's telling him, but that was after the fumble by Morelli right before the half. And you're still in it there.
I've been on that side of the exchange, and it's usually one way.
And this was at the end. I think that coat that Joe is wearing is older than you, isn't it, Coach?
It probably is.
That old pea coat.
Yeah.
What do you have to say there?
No, he just said you're going to have a good ball club. You know, your kids played hard, they fought, and they looked like they were tough kids. So I was really pleased with what his assessment, and you know, it's not good enough. As I said to the guys, you know, it's there can be no consolation in losing a game like that. But what we have to take from it is never again should this team be afraid of anybody in terms of being intimidated or not being quite up to the challenge. I think that's the message that should be.
Well, the one thing too, you played 16 true freshmen in that game. True freshmen. I mean, remember last year when you were playing a lot of freshmen. Now you're playing 16 again, and you started 7 freshmen for the 3rd time this year in a game, and it comes against a top 25 team.
That's right.
So that's an indication about what can be coming from this team over the next 2 years. Up next, another one of the impressive leaders of this young Temple team. He's defensive back Dominique Harris. We're back with number 21 at the Draft Tours when Temple Football Forward continues.
Hey, Philly, the college basketball season is right around the corner, and head coach Fran Duffy and the Temple Owls have your fix for the best basketball action in the city. The Owls' home schedule features games against Penn, St. Joe's, Villanova, and Duke. That's right, the Blue Devils are coming to Philly to take on the Owls. Plus, don't miss head coach Dawn Staley and the women's team in action against NC State and Florida. Full and partial season tickets are on sale now. Call 215-204-8499 or visit owlstix.com today.
Do what you love to do, whether it's playing sports or just taking a stroll. But if you can't because you're in pain, there's Temple Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, doing what they love to do. Temple has 7 convenient locations, including Marlton, New Jersey, Fort Washington, Northeast Philadelphia, and Jeans, Northeastern, Temple Children's, and Temple University hospitals. So pain relief is closer than you think. Temple Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the best orthopedic care, close to you. Call 1-800-TEMPLE-MED.
And welcome back to Temple Football Forward. We're at the Draft Tours tonight, and we are about to meet the guy who leads the Owls in tackles for a 2nd straight year. He is a redshirt sophomore defensive back out of the D.C. area. And let's meet Dominique Harris, number 21, everybody. Dominique, once again, you came up with a huge game the other day against Penn State, 13 tackles. You have a couple interceptions. You had 2 last season. Following game, he said you were looking to beat them and further your chances to go to a bowl. Well, you lost the game. But you also said there's something to be learned from a loss to a team like Penn State, especially the way you guys played. What was it, do you think?
That teamwork, hard work, and dedication is very important. We go into every game wanting to win, you know, with the intentions of winning. And it was a disappointment, but we can also grow from this game.
A lot different than last year.
Yes.
You played in the game up at State College. I mean, it was more than just a year's difference in that game, right?
Yes, sir.
There you were last year. This is a game against Bowling Green. You can tell by the uniforms. Or Kent State, I'm sorry. And that's your opponent this week. But you had an interception in that game.
Yes, sir.
And that was one of 2. And then this is this year against Bowling Green. Stepped right in there and made that pick. That was another game that was right there, too, from a competitive standpoint. There's another look at it. Nice diving grab for that interception. Now we're going to see some stuff from last week against the Nittany Lions. And you come crashing in there with a little help from number 38, Alex Joseph. Tackle. How was that Penn State offensive line to get around? Tough?
They were pretty good competitors.
Was Kinlaw what you expected? Better, worse?
He was everything I expected. We studied hard for him during the year. So
now here you're going up against receiver. I think that's Golden on the one side of the field. Then all of a sudden, Coach, there he is on the other side of the field. He's going sideline to sideline to make plays.
He played a nice game, you know, and really Dom is a testament to, you know, what kids start to look like when you redshirt them. You know, he's got 2 years left, so that's a lot of the things that we're trying to get done with next year's group. Now, whether we redshirt a freshman, sophomore, or junior next year, that's really the game plan. I don't know what class we're going to redshirt or what kids we're going to redshirt, but there's going to be 15, 20 kids that redshirt next year because, you know, we can only travel with 65.
Right. Well, this isn't going to be one of them.
No, he will not be one of them. But you can see, I mean, he's 205 pounds, and he's got 2 years to go. He could be a 215, 218-pound safety by his senior year. So you know, we're excited about his progress. He does a great job in the classroom. He's a leader for us up on campus and in the community. So it's well-deserved what he's doing.
You know, and you have two other freshmen back there that are making a lot of plays this year. I'm talking about Jamal Shoulders and Jaquan Jarrett. Talk about those guys and how they've really grown, because beginning of the year, I mean, they weren't getting a lot of time. Now they're a fixture back there in the secondary with you.
Right, those two guys have really stepped up this year. We worked hard in the off season. You know, they worked hard during the season. Now we work with each other. We talk. We go over our plays and stuff, and they're really into it. So, you know, they're really focused.
Now, we only have 2 games left, but
yes,
how long's your off season? Maybe 2 days?
Definitely not.
You get right to it as soon as that game against Western Michigan?
Yes, sir.
Right back into the weight room?
Right back to
and doing everything. The routine doesn't change that much, huh?
No, sir.
And before you know it, it's spring practice.
Yep.
And then before you know it, it's preseason practice, and you're back on the field for real in September.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, 21, go get it, okay? Enjoy the next 2 games, and we look forward to the next 2 years with you. You're some player.
All right, thank you.
All right. Dominic Harris, everybody, leading tackler for the Owls. And when we come back, we'll take a look at what it was like at Lincoln Financial Field before the game, when everybody was getting ready to tailgate and go inside to be part of the largest crowd to see a Temple game in Philadelphia. We're coming right back on Temple Football Forward.
Welcome to Verizon Fios. It's pure, undiluted. Movies, music, and sports. They flow on light straight to your home. HD TV has pure fiber optic clarity. Your internet connection is the fastest anywhere. It all flows to your home, through your home. It's a world unlike anything you've ever seen. Only with Verizon Fios, the most advanced fiber optic network straight to your home.
The all-new Subaru Impreza WRX.
Do what you love to do, whether it's playing sports or just taking a stroll. But if you can't because you're in pain, there's Temple Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, doing what they love to do. Temple has 7 convenient locations, including Marlton, New Jersey, Fort Washington, Northeast Philadelphia, and James, Northeastern, Temple Children's, and Temple University hospitals. So pain relief is closer than you think. Temple Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the best orthopedic care, close to you. Call 1-800-TEMPLE-MED.
Now we're going to take a look at the legions of fans that came early, trekking from as far as Penn State, and stayed late long past the game's end. And as you can see, we saw a lot of dual tailgates. As you looked over the crowd, there was a sea of cherry and navy. There's a lot of fans with mixed allegiances at the game, but all coming together to form the biggest crowd in Temple history. Now back to you, Harry.
All right, Julie. You know, Coach, the thing that amazed me, there were a lot of Penn. We knew they travel. But I'll tell you what, there were a lot of Temple people at that game. It wasn't just all Penn State. I'd say it was probably somewhere in the 60-40 mark if you're going to break it down.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot of Temple alumni there, and you could see that they're just dying to have that kind of environment. They're dying for that kind of environment. We have fans out there. We have great alumni, and you know, we just got to keep plugging away down at the football complex, and we're going to give them what they want here pretty soon.
And one guy who was not there, and we mentioned him on the radio, Jack Hutton. And Jack, I know you're watching, so get well and get ready for that next big game. I don't know when it's going to be for you. It's going to be Saturday for Coach, but I know you miss having Jack and Vera Hutton up there in the stands.
They're tremendous people. They mean so much to Temple University and Temple University athletics, and we just can't say enough about the Huttons, and hope Jack gets well here and gets back soon.
That trip to Ohio must have taken a lot out of Jack Hutton.
Took a lot out of me.
I know it took a lot out of you, Coach. Up next, a look to football past at Temple. Number 6. That's one we don't forget. Paul Palmer, who holds virtually every major Temple career rushing record. We'll be back to look at his brilliant career when Temple Football Forward continues.
You get just 24 hours every day to work towards your goals. Just 24 hours to get one step closer to your dreams. And at PNC, we're always searching for ways to help. To give you solutions designed to uncomplicate your life. So you can navigate the next 24 hours. PNC, leading the way.
Hey, Philly, the college basketball season is right around the corner, and head coach Fran Duffy and the Temple Owls have your fix for the best basketball action in the city. The Owls' home schedule features games against Penn, St. Joe's, Villanova, and Duke. That's right, the Blue Devils are coming to Philly to take on the Owls. Plus, don't miss head coach Dawn Staley and the women's team in action against NC State and Florida. Full and partial season tickets are on sale now. Call 215-204-8499 or visit owlstix.com today.
Well, our look to Temple football past takes us back to the mid-'80s when 100-yard rushing games were routine for a guy named Paul Palmer.
Do you feel any added pressure because you're on a streak now of, what, 12 games in a row going back 2 seasons ago to rushing for over 100 yards? Is that first game, Penn State, everybody's going to be watching number 6?
Oh, yeah, there's pressure on me, but I think the pressure will also be felt by the people around me because they know in order for me to do what I can do, they have to do their thing too. So it's going to be a little pressure on everyone, not just me.
This was Paul rushing against Boston College, a game that Temple lost by a couple points. I think he had 145 yards. That was the first game of the 1985 season. And then you're going to see him go up to State College. There it is, Al. How about this? 206 and 2 touchdowns. And Penn State won the ball game 27-25. But watch the acceleration on this guy, huh?
Now, you're talking about an Orange Bowl team there in 1985 that Penn State had. So he ran all over that defense.
Here he is. Now he takes it outside. This guy has the angle on him coming up there. He just goes right by him. Look at that. Dives, splits the defenders. Notice the stadium didn't have the double tier back in '85 either. But look, some of these guys that's coming up, you're going to see another #1 draft pick, John Rienster. There he is, big number 70. And these are the type of guys that I know you think maybe you have the next generation.
Well, we're trying to recruit Rienstras and Palmers, and you know, I mean, Paul was a special player, and even now what he does with the kids over in Camden and in that area, just does a tremendous job with young kids and with teaching them.
Well, he had 21 career 100-yard rushing games. He had 6 career 200-yard rushing games, finished with almost 4,900 yards. And his best, how about this, 349 yards against East Carolina, 3 touchdowns in '86, when he was the runner-up to a guy by the name of Vinny Testaverde, for the Heisman Trophy. Preview of Kent State game. All right, you have 2 MAC opponents left, Coach.
You know, they've gone to another quarterback now, and who's very similar to Julian in terms of his ability to move around. I think the big thing with Kent State is the ground attack. So it's a great challenge for us. They came here and beat us last year, so this is an important game for us. As I said to the guys yesterday, this is really the first game of the 2008 season. And all the guys that are going to be seniors, I want them to start thinking of themselves as seniors. And obviously our goal is to finish strong here, win the next 2 games, win the last 5 out of 7, and have some momentum going into the offseason program into next season.
Well, you do actually have 2 seniors, fullback Josh Bundy and also defensive back and special teamer Abayoye Oyeyemi. And if I mispronounce that, I'm sorry. But they're actually playing their last game for you on Saturday.
Yeah, we have those 2. Jonathan Metz, who's a member of our 215 program and earned a scholarship. Marquez Henderson, who also earned a scholarship, will also be recognized. And Travis Manger, who earned a scholarship as a snapper.
And also, it is going to be take a kid to the game. You can buy 1 ticket and get 1 free at the box office. And also, Temple employees and students can show their Temple ID at the box office the day of the game and get a free game ticket as well. That's 12 noon on Saturday at Lincoln Financial Field. Coach, that's it for football shows this year. Thanks for joining us here at the Draft Tours, and look forward to next season.
Thank you, Harry. Appreciate it.
And that's it for Temple Football Forward. We'll be back here at the Draft Tours January, the new year, with our men's, women's basketball shows as they start the A-10 schedule. Join us for that taping. Check owlsports.com for the taping dates. You can also watch all of our shows on owlsports.com. Click on football and then multimedia. I want to thank Al Golden for his time, and Julie Gargata, Dominic Harris tonight, all the players throughout the season, Larry Doherty and Scott Walkoff from the Temple Athletic Department, and, of course, for everybody from CCI. I'm Harry Donahue. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Temple Football Forward.
Temple Football Forward brought to you by Temple Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Call 1-800-TEMPLE-MED. And by Volkswagen Langhorne, proud sponsors of Temple Athletics. And by NovaCare Rehabilitation, the exclusive provider of physical therapy to the Temple Owls and you. NovaCare, get back to life. And by the Draft Tours, home of Temple Football Forward.
Hey, Flyers fans, looking for a fun place to watch the Flyers away games? Dave & Buster's is the official Comcast Sportsnet headquarters for Flyers away games. Watch all of the hard-hitting action of all the Flyers away games with Comcast Sportsnet at Dave & Buster's. Nobody does hockey better. Dave & Buster's, the official Comcast Sportsnet headquarters for Flyers away games, and the best place in Philadelphia to eat, drink, play. Located at Pier 19 and the Franklin Mills Mall.
Ford fans, Mark Sumoff here at Pacifico Ford. What a team, another certified Ford. Pacifico's the largest pre-owned certified dealer on the East Coast. Here are the stats. All certified Fords get a tough 115-point analysis. Every certified vehicle has a 6-year, 75,000-mile powertrain warranty and roadside assistance. Rates as low as 5.9 APR for up to 60 months. Pacifico certified Fords. Now that's the score.
An automotive website ahead of its time, CherryHillTriplex.com. You're just a click away from finding the car or truck you want at a great internet price at CherryHillTriplex.com. From live internet chat to an instant quote on the newer pre-owned vehicle you're interested in, including brand new Mitsubishis, car buying has never been this easy. The future of car buying is here now at CherryHillTriplex.com. Check it out.